We're gonna do a quick little YouTube video for y'all fellas. So in the shop this morning, I have 3 NV4500s. This is not gonna be a super detailed video, but I'm gonna kind of show you some of the differences. There's 3 main kinds. There's an early Chevy. There's 4 technically. Early Chevy, late Chevy, and Dodge. There's a Dodge gas burner NV4500. It's more in line with the Chevy transmission than anything else. But there are actual key differences as far as like bell housing mounts and stuff like that. I found this out the hard way. Bear with me, I'm not editing videos today. So, we're gonna lay some stuff out. Alright, so I'm trying to remember which transmission's which. Okay, here's how I remember. Here's how I found out. So, let's say you're at a junkyard and you're trying to figure out if you have a synchronized first gear Chevy versus a non-synchronized. The easiest way is to measure this right here. This nose cone is smaller on the earlier ones and it is bigger on the later ones. I found this out because this overdrive unit right here that fits on an SM465, this right here won't fit on there without being bored. There's not enough meat. So the earlier ones with the lower gear ratio have this different nose cone. They're also the ones that are not adaptable over to the Cummins transmission. Another thing to notice, the tops. See, the tops are weird because that is an earlier transmission. It has the same top end as the Dodge, while the Chevy is a little different. I probably should have done I probably ought to do like a real good and long video, get these cleaned up and taken a look at. Well, for one thing, we noticed on the Dodge is the transfer case adapter has these bolts for the shift levers, and the Chevys do not. So if you're looking for a Dodge NV4500 on Marketplace, look for these 2 bolts right here, because that one doesn't have it and this one doesn't have it. The top cover, they all have that plug right there. That front housing is, I'm about to fall. I'm out here in my damn underwear. Yeah, the Dodge is definitely going to have that bigger style front plate. It's like ½ an inch difference. It's kind of hard to tell. And I'm going to show y'all the difference between a Chevy and a Dodge bell housing. Because, you know, a lot of us are looking on Marketplace, and in order to find a deal on a Dodge transfer or transmission, I mean, you gotta be able to find one that ain't listed right. So just off the front, let's take a look here. The Dodge is more rounded. The starter's on the right-hand side. The Chevy, flat. It's got that top nose piece right there. That kind of tells you a difference in there. Let's see what other differences we can find. We'll make a better video of this at some point. You know, if you're at the transmission, obviously you can count the rear splines, 32 versus 29. These input shafts. Check out how much bigger this Dodge is. So, compared to my thumb, compare that to the Chevy one. And, you know, both Chevys have that smaller input. These can be converted over because of this big plate. So when you hear people talk about like that Chevy NV4500s, they can be converted. It's all because of that. I've heard something about like on the side of them is different, but that has more to do with gear ratios, I think. I can't really tell you for sure, but there's supposed to be something different right here on the side that's supposed to be able to identify. I don't really see it. So, we'll get out here one day. We'll clean these up. Y'all post in the comments what y'all want to see side by side on these transmissions. We'll take them apart. We'll look inside of them. You know, I'll try to actually get the table cleaned off. And we'll set all 3 of these NV4500s on the table. Get the bell housings apart. And let y'all see the difference.